It's truly the end of an era. This place used to be filled with so much stuff. I mean, it was literally crammed with stuff, mostly from the house after I had to leave. But this bar has never been this empty. There was once a whole lot of good feeling here, good vibe, and now it's all just memories. This is the famous green room in which who knows what debauchery occurred. You can just expect plenty. This was also filled with a whole lot of stuff. I painted this completely blue. Green room painted blue. This is the world famous furnace room. Now, if you used to believe in any kind of hauntings or any kind of ghosts, it would be here. If you used to have those thoughts in your head, this would be where you would entertain them the most. It's rather creepy in here when you are in here at night. So it's definitely appropriate that that should be something that would have people spinning out. And here we are along this western wall here. The Western Wailing Wall. This turned out to be the load-in door, which should have never happened that way. But here we are. I still remember painting this purple. It was quite a task. Quite a task indeed. It was in the summer too. It was hot as fuck. Man. Favorite hiding spot for all illicit materials. As you can see, it lifts up, and inside is plenty of room for hiding whatever. Nobody, no cop, nobody would have ever thought to go in there. This was our once very live stage. Now has been sitting dormant. The artwork that appears on the walls here is by a woman named Angie Marie Lane. Unfortunately, the woman's bathroom, the power went out, fuse blew, so I can't really show that. But here's some of the artwork that she did. And there's a really good indication of it right there. That's some really fantastic artwork, man. I painted all of this. I did all the trim. I did everything in here. I clearly used the wrong paint because it peeled soon enough, but there you have it. There's our wild and woolly boys room. Again, little images of Angie's here. Brilliant artist, really, truly brilliant artist. And then the bar, of course, itself. It's so weird to think that in a little while here, I'm going to be out of here forever and never ever set foot in here again. Because during this whole year, it was still mine. And of course, when I had to come back, here I was. These glasses, for whatever reason, I never had the heart to do them, are from the last show of March 17th, 2020. I just never had the heart to do them. And they just sat there. And there will sit until either they're got rid of or they're washed, basically. This was my life. This was my home. You know, right here was a huge vantage point for me. standing over the years. This was definitely one of my vantage points, right here, right in front of the cash register. This bar, if they hadn't have bought it with the idea of turning it into a bar, I would have definitely flogged this to somebody for quite a bit, actually. And I'm sure some collector, somebody would have paid me a decent amount. This used to be our grill area, but we stopped grilling. At some point, we just said, fuck it, you know. But it was a mistake. It should have been revived because food is very, very integral in your bar business. And here it is. Here's what's left of my office. There's hardly any light in here, but as you can see, it's all been more or less removed. And this is all that remains. And in a short amount of time here, I'll be pulling all of this out as well. So that's the little tour. It's funny, I could get as sentimental as possible and I could waffle on, and I'm sure I will at some point, but there's not much more to be shown. I forgot to show the sound booth, which was actually quite a bit of a beautiful creation, I must say, so I give it a little bit of notice here. And then we got here. I did a lot of work in here, man. I painted this whole thing, and it took some fucking doing. I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. I had to get down underneath that shelf and get the whole floor, but I did it, and I was quite pleased to have done so. I've always been proud of this sound room. It's really unique. It's like a house. When the house in Georgetown collapsed, I took as much building material as I could, and a lot of it went into this. So when Richardson, our sound guy, was talking about tearing it down so we could reconfigure the place, he's right, I agreed, but I can't say that it didn't resonate a bit odd with me, and it didn't settle well because of the fact that I had included building material from the old house on King George. But anyway, we would have definitely tore it down because the idea was to put the stage right there. That's where it was originally. But I listened to the peanut gallery, and that was a mistake. I was going to have the green room door here. There's a door here. You can't see it from the inside, but from the outside, it's very clearly identifiable. It's right there, around where that tear is in the wall. And I was going to have them load in there, have their stuff here, and then hit the stage here, which would have been perfect. But again, we went a different direction. So that's it. That's the tour. And there's not much more left to be said, man, you know. There's going to be some tears, I'm sure. It's just inevitable, you know. You're acquainted with some place for so long. You identify with it. It becomes a part of you. And the thing is that this is about as unique a world as you can hope to have. And here it is, you know, all done. This is the bar where everybody had to go. There's a whole lot of carvings here. There's a whole lot of people sitting here over the years. And I always invited anybody who wanted to go ahead and engrave on the bar. Right over here is where Chuck Mosley carved his name onto the bar here. See it right here, right up here. And then a short while after that, no more Chuck Mosley. Which was sad because he seemed like a really nice guy. All right, and then we have the service bar here. Source of a lot of conflict. This is the site of a lot of conflict right here, you know. Arguments and more arguments. And here's the other half of the engraved bar. All right, that's about it. That's the tour concluded. Adios, everybody. It's been real and you've been regular.